Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 19th, 2020 at 6 p.m. I'm calling the Lakeville Board of Health meeting to order. Is there anyone recording this other than LakeCAM? I hear no one. In accordance with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of open meeting law relating to the 2020 novel coronavirus outbreak emergency, the August 19th, 2020 meeting at 6 p.m. Public meeting, Board of Health should be physically closed to the public to avoid group congregation. However, to view this meeting in progress, please go to www.facebook.com/LakeCAM. You do not need a Facebook account to view this meeting. This meeting will be recorded and available to be viewed at a later date at http://www.lakecam.tv/. This is Derek Maxim, Chairman of the Lakeville Board of Health. Permit me to confirm that all members, staff, and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Bob Palucci?
Present.
Chris Spratt?
Present.
Edward Cullen, the health agent?
Present.
And we have one engineer from Zenith Consulting Engineers that will be on tonight. Be present?
Niall Zager from ZCE, present.
Okay, thank you. This open meeting of the Lakeville Board of Health is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's orders of March 12, 2020, due to the COVID emergency outbreak. The order, which you can find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely, so as long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. For this meeting, the Lakeville Board of Health is convening by video conference via Zoom as posted on the town website. First on the agenda, 2 Wright Boulevard, meet with Zenith Consulting Engineers to discuss requested local upgrade approvals. I will turn it over to Niles from Zenith Consulting Engineer.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Niall Zager from Zenith Consulting Engineers. We're here before you for septic repair at 2 Wright Boulevard. It's an existing 2-bedroom home with an existing failed septic system. Basically, as I'm sure you can see on the plan, it's very tight. Luckily, we were able to get 100 feet from all the abutting wells. The only one that we were not able to meet the requirement for was the 50-foot, our Locust property well located in the front of the property. We're basically proposing a 50-foot setback. We have a little bit more than that on the plan. I think it's like 53 feet, 52 to 53 feet. But that was basically the only well that we're actually affecting. The rest of the local upgrades that we're requesting are setbacks to property lines. There's 2 separate setbacks that we're requesting from the septic leaching field as well as the tank. Everything is supposed to be is supposed to be 10 feet away. We're proposing essentially 5 feet from all components to the property line due to just the tight setbacks and trying to meet that 50-foot setback as best as possible. That's really about it. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, you notified all the abutters?
That's correct, and we provided all of the notifications to your board prior to the meeting.
Okay, and after we discuss it, I'll see if there are any abutters that have called in, and we'll talk to them.
Green cards here, copies that were with the packet.
Okay, thank you, Chris. And the only other, I guess, concern I would have, Niles, is the existing well being 50 feet. I know there's Clark Shores water coming down at some point. It is not in front of this property yet. We have been requesting that they tie in to Clark Shores water when it becomes available to the property within a year of it becoming available. I'd like to just discuss with the other board members if that's still their feeling, what they would like to do with this one being so close to a well. And Niles, that is a deep well, correct? You
That is
confirm
correct.
Okay, that will have to be tested prior to a certificate of compliance issued.
That is correct.
Yes. That was my only question. It looks like the grading is going back to existing, so there's no mounding or runoff or anything you need to be concerned about. I did not see anything else on it besides that. Bob Plucci, would you like to comment on it?
Bob, you got to unmute.
I don't know how that happened. Somebody must be playing games. So I didn't touch my phone after I got on. But anyway, yeah, there's no other place to put it. It's only affecting their own well. I mean, we have let stuff go down to 50 before. I don't know if we've been making people hook up to that, if it's 50 to their own well or 50 to a buddy's wells, but it really doesn't matter to me. The best thing to do would be to hook it up. So whatever you guys think is fine with me.
Okay, Chris Pratt, your comment on the plan?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about connecting in. Niles, how deep is the well?
That information I don't have.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that I have spoken with my client, and they are planning on, when water is available, to tie in. This isn't something that they're going to be against. They completely for the condition that they would be able to tie in because they want to tie in. So they understand that that's something that they will do, and we have no problem implementing that condition on the approval of these plans.
And have we heard anything new about progress down there? Like how close it is to being down this area from either you, Niles, or Ed?
As of right now, I know they have it at Birch Road. I don't know if it's road or street, excuse me for that, but which is a little bit up the hill from here. And then on Clock Road, the closest point is where the mailboxes, like the community mailboxes are, which is pretty far away. So as of right now, I do not know what the status is to get that across here. Unfortunately, there's not many houses on Wright Boulevard. So I'm guessing this wasn't a necessity. This wasn't a priority as far as the water service mains go in the area. So I'm guessing that's why it wasn't done at this point.
Yeah, I've pretty much
If they're
heard the
fine,
same
then
thing.
Yeah, if they're fine putting that restriction on, then we might as well just put it on.
Yeah, I was just curious about what length do we put on that restriction? How far out should we let them go?
Well, we don't. We put a year after the water's in front of the property, because what do we do if that doesn't come down for 2 years?
True.
So
Yeah.
this is only against their own well, so I'm not worried about this one. I get more concerned when it's in a butter's well than their own well.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's going to be much activity this year.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And that comment, Bob, for you with the abutters, well, I mean, we can't make abutters tie in. So
Exactly.
I know the restriction we've been putting on has just been for their own well to tie in. Because
No,
we
I
don't-
mean, if an abutter's well was being affected, is what I'm saying. If an abutter's well was within 50 feet, we've been making these people have to hook up to it, not the abutters.
Yeah, but that doesn't help the abutter, is what he's saying.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm backwards.
You're
Never mind.
back, yeah. So I know the ones we've done, it's actually been for their own well.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know we've done it to probably a half a dozen of them already, I believe, in the past 3 years. I think there's been quite a few. And one of them, we gave a 2-year. Remember that last one that came? The guy requested a 2-year to tie in because of the cost. And
Yeah.
we did.
And we did one too where it was going to be a tear down, and I don't know how. And he needed more time, I think.
Yes. Okay, Edward, do you have any comments on this one?
No, like I said, as Niall said, they're doing the best they can with the field. It's actually further away from the well and higher up too. So it will be an improvement until that water comes in. It will be an improvement there. So that's good. And he was able to stay away from everyone else's 100 feet outside. So I really can't see a better placement for the field. And, the well is where it is. So.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone, any abutter or anyone on Facebook to comment on this one?
No comments on Facebook.
Okay, no abutters? Okay. So we should be good to make a motion just to tie in within a year? Is that what we agree on?
I'll make a motion to approve the subsurface sewage disposal system upgrade at 2 Wright Boulevard with the 6 local upgrade requests and contingent that they tie into the water service within a year of it being available on their street.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Bob Palucci,
Aye.
Chris Pratt,
Aye.
Derek Maxim, aye. Thank you, Niles.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Yep, thanks, Niles.
Edward, on this one, I don't know, I think I asked last time we said this too, is, can you just make sure this is put up in a file somewhere so we can keep track of these in the future going ahead? I know you have your charter with the water, so that would coincide when they go by this house, we'll know to send them a letter they need to tie in. Can we just make sure we track these?
Yeah, I will make sure. You were kind of broken up, but I did get it. We're going to make a list of all the people who are required to tie in. So and we'll keep aware of when that is available on Wright Boulevard. But as Niles had said, it's there's only one house there, so it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of wait till as long as they can on that one, because like I said, they want to tie. They want to get the income generating houses in there first, whereas the distance he's going to go for one house it'll probably be done at the end. So
Okay, thank you. I saw I was losing the signal, so I did stop my video. That's my video went out. I'm gonna
yeah,
leave
we
it
can
off.
hear you good now.
Okay, I'm going to leave it off for the rest of the meeting. I seem to lose my signal when I have the video on. Okay, that is it under new business. We're going to go down under old business. 4 Old Powderhouse Road had been continued from the last meeting. The engineer requested us to continue that until September 2nd, 2020, per request of Zenith Engineering. I believe we do need to take a vote on it.
Yeah, before we do, Derek, though, we can still talk about it a little bit if we're not going to take action, because technically we don't even have to continue it if we don't want to. I'm fine with continuing it, but I just have a couple of questions on this so we have the answers for the next meeting. I've gotten 2 different emails, and in one of them it said that it would, if we approve this, we would be setting the precedent as long as the 3 of us were on the board. And then in the other one, it said that they didn't believe we would be setting a precedent if we were to do this. So does anybody have any clarification on that?
Ed,
would you have any clarification? I know you were going back and forth with town council.
I think I thought your question was, will we set a precedent if the board changes? And I think the answer is no. You will not set a precedent if the board changes. But if the board stays the same, then a precedent could be set. But in the future, with new board members, they can see the situation differently. So they would be under no obligation to vote the same as you have on this one.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought I brought up the last time. Yeah, that was what I was told before, that as long as the 3 of us stayed on the board until a member changes, so we would be setting precedent, just so everybody knows that at the next meeting. If we approve this and we give variances to a new construction, as long as the 3 of us are on the board, we're open to anybody coming in with variances for new construction. That's how I understood it, and that's what I was afraid of. So, okay.
Okay, and I believe that the next meeting, town council is going to be on with us. Is that correct, Ed, for September 2nd?
Yeah, I believe so, if he's available. He would have been available on this meeting, but since we continued it, we didn't have him on here. But Bob had a number of questions last time, and we talked about it and thought it would be a good idea if he was here, especially since the applicant will also have an attorney there. So
And Ed, did Taunton say they were going to send someone?
for the meeting,
Yeah.
I don't believe so. They did comment about going out to the site to see it. Once I informed them that it was new construction there was no house there. And because initially he thought it was just another repair and didn't really take the time to really look it through. So once I informed him of the situation, he said he was going out. But both Taunton and New Bedford were pretty clear that they just don't have time to come on these meetings and to voice their concerns and things like that.
Hopefully we'll have at least a letter from them or something. But
Oh, we got an email
okay.
for both of them, New Bedford and Taunton.
Okay.
Okay. Should we send that to Zenith also, just so they're aware of it before the next meeting? So
Yes,
they
I can.
know Taunton did respond and New Bedford responded?
Yep,
Okay.
no, that's a good idea. I will do that.
Oh, I figured that's why they rescheduled.
No, somebody was out of town for the meeting. Was unable to make it. So are we good to make a motion to continue?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we continue this to the next meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, Bob Palucci,
Aye.
Chris Spratt,
Aye.
Derek Maxim, aye. Okay. Under old business, we'll just discuss recent Board of Health pending items, if anybody has one, and maybe has Ed. I'll turn it over to you first, just for the COVID-19 update, if you have something for that, and the EEE update.
Yeah, I'll probably start with EEE. There was a third human case just today, probably about an hour or two ago, we got in Halifax. Halifax is now considered a critical. So the three critical now are Carver, Halifax, and Middleborough, and East Bridgewater and Hanson were upgraded to high. So this is the area now, whereas Lakeville is still moderate, although we are very close to three of the critical areas. We have remained moderate for the moment. So that's good news. For COVID, in the past, Lakeville has done very good. We went over 3 weeks without a COVID-19 case. This week we had 3 new cases. So it's just letting everyone know that we're not through this yet. Although we did very well for a long time, we brought the numbers down, and we can't let up on that. Like I said, all of a sudden you can get 3 cases in 1 week after doing so well for so long. So just trying to get everyone to be aware of what the situation now, and like I said, not to let up on the social distancing and everything, because like I said, the 3 weeks showed that we can do it, and it's just a matter of keeping it up until we get a vaccine or something. But like I said, we don't want to let up, and especially now that schools are going back. So it's really critical we keep the numbers low to get the kids back in school. Because otherwise, I mean, I think everyone is in agreement. We want the kids to go back to school safely. We want the kids to go back to school. So if we start getting spikes, we don't want to jeopardize that in any way. So just trying to keep up the message. Everyone keep up the good work.
Okay, Ed, can I ask you 2 things? First, I know we trace them. Are they all related to like a family or a business? Do we know where they came from? And then the second thing is with the schools opening. I mean, we haven't really been involved in that, but you have day to day. Are you comfortable now that the schools are safe to open?
Yeah, given the numbers in Lakeville, like I said, up until now, we were doing really good, so our numbers were low. I mean, obviously, there could be, there probably is a lot of other positive patients out there that just aren't getting tested or could be asymptomatic. But given the numbers, like in Lakeville, I can pull up the map here as well. We are doing better than most communities. So yes, I am comfortable with Lakeville going back. But again, it's not me making that decision. That would be the schools themselves who will make that decision. But I think Lakeville has done a good job. As to where they are, one of them is in the hospital, so that person is not in any way traveling around or anything like that. The other one is rather elderly, so they won't be moving around much either, and will be unlikely to spread it to children or anything like that. So I don't know about the third one, but overall, I don't think the 3 cases are putting a lot of children at risk to contracting it before they go back to school, if that was your question.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's good news.
They weren't associated, right?
No, they were not. They're separate cases. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
The school plan looks pretty good, as best as it could be. You know, the hybrid 1 week on, 1 week off for half us kids. So better than nothing.
Okay, thank you. Walter, do you have anything recent items you'd like to discuss?
I kind of lost you there for a minute.
Okay. Do you have anything under recent items you'd like to discuss under old business? Are you good?
Oh, I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. Chris Spratt, anything you'd like to bring up under Board of Health agent pending items or old business?
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda, review meeting minutes as typed June 3rd, 2020. All 3 members were present at that meeting. I've read through them and I'm okay with them. Bob Palucci, you okay to
Yep,
approve
same.
them?
Yep, same here. I'm good.
Chris Spratt, you okay to approve them?
Do you guys remember if the Pierce Ave thing? Did I say it was a good tank? I don't remember that.
I don't believe anyone said it was a good tank.
It says he thinks it's a great tank and doesn't want to replace it.
Well, that would be the applicant.
Oh, okay. It's the way it flows. It sounds like I said it. No, other than that, no. I think they're fine.
Okay, would like to make a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve Board of Health meeting minutes dated June 3rd, 2020 as typed.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor, Bob Palucci,
Aye.
Chris Spratt,
Aye.
Derek Maxim, aye. Okay, all right, so now, I've already, under the announcements, we already talked about EEE and COVID. So I have nothing else for the meeting on my list. Bob Palucci?
I'm good.
Good. Chris Spratt?
I'm good.
I'll make a
Edward,
motion to adjourn.
Second that.
All in favor, Bob Palucci,
Aye.
Chris Spratt,
Aye.
Derek Maxim, aye. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Ed.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
23 minutes.